Okay, we are back here with another episode of Critical Failures, here with the Curse of Strahd Wednesday group as we continue our journey into the chaos that is the Curse of Strahd Revamped campaign. With everybody here, we have Frost, we have Nate, we have John, we have Joy, we have HP, and we have Nymphoodle Connor. A little bit of recap what happened last time on our second episode of this campaign. We have made our way throughout the Bell House, exploring the second floor, the third floor, as well as the attic as a group. A lot has happened, though, during that time. As not only have we found some magical items, some old oddities, some bits of treasure, some coin, some bits of journal entry, and other such things. We also found a stone statue on the third floor of a centaur, reading a small poetic kind of riddle that was underneath this statue. The party was able to find a halberd that was inside of the bathroom, inside the bathtub specifically. After a little bit of some close calls in there, we were able to get that item out, and we were able to return this statue with its halberd, as that ring inside there turned into this halberd-like weapon. This released our friend Thalamir. Thalamir was released after some conversation between him and the party. They all decided to venture deeper into this house at this time. As all of them went to the attic, there was a pretty horrific sighting of two bodies that were in one of the rooms that were locked up. This caused an emotional kind of roller coaster for the party members who found these victims. But all in all, the group made their way into a secret passageway, descending down into the depths of the dungeon-esque kind of style, basement kind of area of the Bell property. Without further ado, without wasting any more time from any of us, let's get started right away. As we switch over to this map, just to set the scene a little bit before we start moving around, you guys travel for what feels like a minute or so down a descending shaft. The staircase that you guys go on slowly turns into a ladder. This ladder is old, it's rickety, it's made out of bits of iron that kind of ring around the sides of this as you guys begin to descend your way down. At this time, you guys are in an area where you guys hear a faint, inaudible chanting from deep somewhere inside this area. But as you guys are in here, it is a 5-foot wide by 10-foot tall kind of carved stone tunnels. This is the area where you guys were descending down on our last session. As we start there, for the whole party, what do you guys do at this time?
When I get down, as soon as I get to the ground, I'm going to look for like footprints or anything that might depict where someone might have been in the area.
Yeah, give me an investigation at this time as you hear a scratching sound. As when you turn around, you can see that Thalamir kind of lowers his head as you can see parts of him are beginning to scrape against some of the stone of this somewhat confined kind of hallway-like dungeon area. With a natural 20 to start session, that is a great, beautiful thing, isn't it? With that roll,
I'll never roll you again.
yeah, that is the roll of the day right there. You do find some interesting things at this time. As you begin to look around, you do find that there are footprints that have ascended and descended from this area. As you can see them on the ground, they look to be of boots. They don't look to be, traveler boots. They look to be more polished, almost like dress shoes. You also see bare feet that have been down here, and you can see some of them being as recent as this week. When it comes to a lot of this silt and a lot of the dust has not really affected them in any negative way. With that roll also, though, you're also able to see that there are two open areas over here, an area that descends down here, and then an area that kind of curves off to the upper left there. Another thing you notice because of your roll specifically is a smell of rotting flesh. Not of a decaying animal, but that of some type of grotesque kind of decaying flesh that can only kind of be connected to something horrific or monstrous. Something that sets you a little bit off ease. Something that you notice with that.
Can I tell which direction it's coming from?
You feel like it's coming from away from these crypts and kind of more into the open area around the corner. That's something that you kind of notice at this time based on the sensation that you feel.
Okay.
Where did we come from?
the attic. You guys found an area in the storage room that had a hole in the
That's
wall.
the stairs there?
Yeah, that sends all the way down.
Alright, so I'm assuming it's down this way. Or is it this way?
You get the sense that their direction's coming from here or directly descending down.
Okay.
Are you talking
Alright,
about the chanting?
He is
No,
getting
there's a
an eerie
grotesque smell.
Yeah, smell.
The smell? Okay.
Alright, I'm going to try and just peek around this corner up here. Just kind of dip my head in and turn around.
Yeah. As you dip your head in there, you see what looks to be a table that's covered in scratches. Jason, you see there's 2 open crypts where you're at, and then for Thalamir, you see a set of 2 doors over here, 2 doors over here, and then an open, what looks to be mess hall that is scattered with bones down there.
I'm
gonna
going to
take a-
explore this crypt.
I'm going to take a few steps down and see if I see anything over here.
Yeah. As you begin to make your way over there at this time, you begin to move that direction. For our friends Palin and Gray and Maria, for you 3, what are you guys up to at this moment?
Trying to
Great.
follow the chanting.
I'm following behind him for now.
just
I'm still stuck on the stairs.
Whoops.
There we go.
Well, I can't see nothing because my character has no dark vision, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast light on my halberd.
Okay. And as you
Very
cast
cool.
light over there, good stuff this time. Let's give you a little bit of light.
30 feet, right?
As this light begins
20,
to
20 foot radius.
20
and
foot
20,
radius.
Oh, shoot.
40 foot. 40.
Gotcha. Okay. So as this light begins to kind of extend out at this time, you can see that the light kind of illuminates some of the doorways that you can see. You can see that one of the doors over here has the initial A bell. The one over here has the initials I bell. And then over here on this side, you can see what looks to be 2 other ones, an R bell and a V bell. That's what you see. Jason, you see that these 2 rooms that you're by seem to be open crypts. These stone doors have been kind of slid open at this time. You can see the scrape marks against the ground. But there's nothing inside. Not even a casket, no tombstone, nothing. These look to be 2 vacant crypts.
The scratch marks, do they look like someone was trying to get out? Or like someone was trying to open this?
It looks to be the door is so heavy and is not used quite often. Perhaps the swelling as well from some of the wooden kind of shafts that connect it. It's just from dragging the door open and closed. There doesn't look to be any damage though.
Does it look like, I don't know, any zombies or any other types of creatures who are trapped in here and they are now roaming around?
Feel free to do an investigation check at this time.
That's 20. Find them all. Find them all.
Yep, you'll be alright. For Thalamir and for Palin, for the 2 of you, anything you guys are up to down there at this time?
I'm trying to file. Good.
I was just gonna, like, continue on and then kind of, like, you want to come with me?
If he is headed in the direction of the chanting, can I give a listen for that?
It does sound louder the more you descend this direction.
Going down that way? Okay. Well, absolutely. I think I hear the chanting coming down this way. Are you hearing that as well?
Something. It's hard to tell with it echoing in the hallways here.
It
seems
is.
like it's getting louder going this way.
Mm-hmm.
I look back. Where did everyone else go?
Jason, are you? What's going on down there?
As your voice echoes over there, Jason, you hear their voice echoes through the hallway over your direction. You see Gray and Gestal and Marie off to the upper left as well.
Hey, I know I was the first one to split off, but I don't think we should be going different directions.
Scooby-Doo split.
the easy way to get picked up. But also,
Yes.
Maybe we should head back then. Stick.
I suppose, yeah. Jason, do you see the others? Did they go that way?
yeah, they went this way, and he's gonna point up.
All right, yes. Maybe we should join them then.
I got stuck again, so I'm just here.
All right, it should be good now. As you look in this area, what you can see is this section looks to have been made as a small kind of play area for some of whoever was down here. You can see that there are some old playing cards that have collected about an inch or so of dust. You can just see kind of their outlines on the table. You can also see scrape marks and scratches, perhaps from different meals or games or who knows what. There's no signs of blood or anything else there. What you do notice in addition to this is there are some small kind of openings in the southern section that look to be like small bedrooms that have these thatch material beds. You also see that there's a staircase that goes here that continues to descend down as well.
Wait, my character was stuck in the wall. Now I'm here too.
I got you.
Strahd's got him. Strahd's got him. Let go.
Strahd's got him.
Let go of him.
Should be
I'll
good.
check.
Should be good now.
I'll check the beds.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Don't take Thalamir. It's not nice.
I got
That is
scooped
some-
into the room.
No.
Yeah, give
That
me an
is something-
investigation check on
Not
that.
nice.
Go ahead at this time.
There's something undead here. We'll spy. Be careful.
With a 16 on your investigation, Marie, you look under the beds, and what you can find is not much. You see that there are some old blankets. You can see that some of them have what looks to be some old cloth shoes. However, looking under this one specifically that you're at, you see that there is a small robin, a small bird, that has been mummified and kind of wrapped in these linens. And you can see that there are push pins made out of this very thin bit of metal that have been skewered and pierced inside different areas of the bird. It looks to be without a role, some type of ritualistic object or totem.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with these. You should never touch a cursed item, but I kind of want to.
I would recommend against
Wait.
it.
Wait.
I'm just gonna subtly light it on fire.
As these flames ignite this small robin, you can see a blackened flame. No flickers of red or yellow or orange hues, just this kind of charcoal and dust colored flame kind of, and with a quiet hum, you can see that the linens, the wrapping, and the bird itself turns into this chalky kind of charcoal. As that happens, you feel a coldness inside the room, but no other ill or strange effects.
I picked up the achievement, guys.
It's like collect.
There's nothing in here. We should go down the stairs.
There's something down here. And I know it's still. Where are the others?
I think it loops, guys. Is there a way to the left for you? Or to your right if you're going down?
Go ahead and check.
Because it keeps going the same direction, you know? Left, and now we're taking another left, and then I see another left here.
Wait, there was a path down for a starter, so this place is probably circular to some degree.
For a company that is in this section over here, we'll get to you in a moment, but for the three that are in this hall, you guys see that most of the party's kind of made their way through the small section off to the east, or technically to the west. Do you guys follow that direction? Do you guys head south, or do you guys go anywhere else at this time?
I'm just gonna continue to follow along.
Okay.
think I see Jason here, but I've lost track of Gestalt.
As you're trying to find Gestalt this time, for company that's inside
I
this
see.
area, what you guys see is the following. You guys see an area that has several of these bedroom-like kind of cuts into the wall, similar to the ones that you guys seen earlier, but these are not of thatch, but these are of actual beds. Blankets, pillows, footlockers, and more. There's a descending staircase here, but an ominous well that is in the middle as well. That looks to be made out of aged cobblestone. You can see that there is a small bucket, and you can see that there is a bit of mist that begins to kind of slowly waft from the actual well itself.
Does it have a smell to it?
A sulfuric smell, despite even from a distance away.
Well, that can't be.
Does it look like there's anything down there?
Does it? If I look in, can I see anything besides mist?
Yeah, give me a
Fog.
perception check at this time. So, as you tilt your head down, you see a murky, purplish color. You can see that it slowly begins to move very quietly and very ominously down there. As this goes on, you can hear the sound of a kind of coming from a distant hallway, this kind of thumping sound that begins to echo off into the distance. That, taking away your momentary thought for a moment, your eyes reunite back down, and you see these two glowing eyes that strike towards you. Gestalt, at this time, give me a dexterity saving throw at this moment.
Ooh. Let's go.
Oh,
5.
As this happens,
Getting all
you
the bad
see
rolls out of the way.
this serpent-like
Perfect.
creature jumps out and is large in size and is going to strike towards you.
Ah.
This is what you see as a
Ooh.
large, huge creature begin to make its way out, almost the size of the actual opening of the entire well. As it goes out, it is going to try to bite you at this moment. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Damage-wise, as we're going to roll that up, let's roll initiation
Guys,
also at this time.
I see the turn order. I think that means we get to fight something.
Yep, feel free to roll
Yep.
initiation at this time.
Maybe.
He's just a friend, that's all it is. That bite coming
We tried
your way-
talking to him.
Yeah. That's going to be 6 points of piercing damage as it bites into at this moment, and you can actually feel the fangs ripple into your flesh at this moment. As most
You said
of those-
6, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And we're on the turn order as well. Okay. At this time, we will start combat. Marie, at this moment, seeing this creature crawl out, biting your companion, what do you do at this moment?
Well, that's not a humanoid-looking thing. I'm gonna take out my cooking tools. No, it's more like my surgery kit. And I'm gonna take out the butcher saw and one of the scalpels, and
just
I'm
throw it at
going
him.
in. No, I'm going in.
Let's see.
Just
Throw the
gonna see-
hepatitis needle at him.
I'm just gonna go for the neck.
A dirty 20 is going to hit. Roll that damage. 8 points as you slash into it at this moment. You can see the scales kind of flicker off, revealing its flesh at this time. Anything else on your turn?
Sneak attack damage. I rolled that because it's the same thing.
4 points.
Then I'll do my other attacks. I hit it with the scalpel, right where I hit with the axe.
A dirty 24. Roll that damage. Ooh. Okay.
I was fishing for 20.
I was gonna say, seeing if you could hit that 20, a 24 and a dirty 20. Roll that damage.
Oh, it's -4 to the damage, so 6.
That's okay. 6 points is still good damage. As you begin to slice and dice into this thing at the moment, you can see that the scales begin to fall, flesh begins to rip, and blood begins to drip. This creature looks at you and opens its mouth with that same drooling kind of liquid that is dribbling out of its glands at this moment, ready to strike. Anything else on your turn?
I'm just gonna say ew, and then I'm gonna kick the scalpel into the wound.
Oof. You kick it at this time.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. So what is that? A nat one? Is that on an attack with a weapon? Or
An arm strike.
arm strike? Okay. At this time, you can kind of swing and you begin to slip from some of the scales, but you're able to keep your footing at this time. Anything else on your turn?
That's not it.
Jason. At this moment, you hear Blaze begin to slice and dice, hissing, splashing, and perhaps galloping somewhere inside this dungeon. What are you doing on your turn?
Quick question before I move out of here.
Mhm.
I still have the teapot. Like, does it react to this place, or
You still have the what?
the teapot, like the one that had the voices of the kids?
You do
and stuff?
not get any new reaction from it, no.
So yeah, I'm going to start making my way downtown, moving fast.
Welcome to the party, buddy.
This
As
is
you look
past.
in there, yeah, you see
Your homebound.
most of the group is in there, and a large snake is there. What do you do, my friend?
Wait, as soon as Jason hits the spot, he's gonna see the creature. He's gonna draw his blade, and you guys see for the first time like his full sword. So the blade part, it's this black steel with some veins, something that look like veins. But most importantly,
Ooh.
instead of a hilt, it has 6 arrows, and Jason's going to start revving up his blade so he can take a shot with my gun sword.
As you see this cylindrical spinning begin to transpire on this blade, you hear the sound of gears grinding and gritting against each other. Jason, anything else on your turn? The attack, 23 to hit. Feel free to describe what this attack looks like, Jason, at this time.
So as he starts turning the handle of his sword, you guys just hear this massive howl, almost like the sword is alive, and then this boom as the sort of like, it's not even an actual gun, like there's no bullet, it's just compressed air that is shot at the creature.
Alright, then as this air begins to shoot over at this time, you hear a crackling sound that goes there for 4 points of thunder damage at this time. Anything else on your turn?
That's gonna be all for me.
Well, it's time for a little pumpkin
What?
that could... Oh, go ahead.
I'm also going to rage.
Oh my goodness. As the blade begins to move at this time, it begins to spin. You feel the veins pulsate inside under your skin as anger begins to fuel you. Anything else at this moment for you, Jason?
No, I'm all good. Sorry.
No, you are all good. That little gourd, Palin, what are you doing at this time?
Yeah, let's run up to it and try and stab it.
Big hit. No pressure.
Does
no pressure.
a dirty 20 hit?
20 definitely hits. You guys are on it today with
Alright.
these rolls. These are great rolls.
So that is... Oh, geez. Okay. So that is 11 damage.
11 damage as you slice and dice through this creature. You rip, and at this moment you can actually see some of the remains of past meals begin to spill out. This creature looks very badly hurt at this time. What do you do?
As a bonus action, I will tuck behind the well and hide.
Okay. As you kind of slice and kind of pop and hide at this moment, peeking your head over when needed from the cobblestone. Anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay. Then as for our friend the serpent, it is going to look around at this time, seeing several targets, you hidden over there at this moment in a sense. If it's a 1 or 2, it'll be Marie. 2 or 3 will be Castal. 4 or 5 or whatever will be Gray. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to be Gestal. Gestal that's going to try to attack you on this one. Does a 14 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so as it's going to try to hit you on this one, you're going to see that mouth begin to open. However, at this moment, it is going to try to constrict and wrap around you instead at this time. As it goes there, you are going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and I'll also need a dexterity saving throw as well on this turn. You are
16.
able to escape, potentially being grappled, and potentially crushed at this time as it tries to wrap its body around, but the wounds, the gashes, and the damage and trauma it's taken doesn't have the strength to keep going with that. As its turn's ending, you're going to see its mouth open, and it lets out this hiss that begins to kind of echo through the ears and shake the walls, and as it does so, popping out of the wall from behind through a crack is this beak-like creature with tendrils that kind of pops out. As this happens, you can actually see a crack in the kind of stone area. The creature begins to look left and right and hisses menacingly at this time. Let's roll for its turn order as well. That's going to be an 8. Okay, that will be the creature's turn for the snake. But Gestal, you are up at this time. What do you do?
Oh boy. All right. You're gonna hear me call out, "Big Sick!" And out from my shoulder, it's gonna come into vision, my little dude.
Whoa.
And he's gonna jump up, and he's gonna try and grab the eyes of the snake, and he's gonna say, "You can't fight what you can't see, and you can't see shit!" And Gestal's gonna try and swing the axe at him.
Let's see it.
With, the familiar's trying to give me the help action by distracting him, so I hope that gives me advantage. Here we go. 19
19 is going to hit.
for 6 slashing.
6 slashing going that direction. At this time, as you slice through, this creature is barely alive. As you rip through, you can see just some small ligaments and tendons keeping this creature together.
Considering my circumstances and how wounded I am at this moment, my eyes are going to start to flare, and I'm going to start to grunt, and my hands, the nails on my hands are going to start to grow, and it seems like I'm the veins in my neck are popping out, and there's just a lot of blood rushing. My hair is getting longer. My mouth is starting to crack and change its shape. And it looks like I'm trying to push this even further, but I'm just so limited. And I'm going to shift into my shifter form of Longtooth.
Ooh.
And I'm going to try and bite this creature.
Would you like to describe the change aesthetically when it comes to that shift that happens at this moment?
So my mouth and my snout get a little further, it almost pushes out 2 inches, and you can kind of hear that bone cracking as it stretches. I get a little bit, my chest widens a little bit. It seems like my arms get a little bit longer, and the fingertips of my nails get really, really long. And you can see the tufts of my hair on my mutton chops, they grow out. My hair gets a little longer. There's hair growing out of my arms and underneath my shirt that starts to stick out. And my upper body, my upper part of my upper body gets wider and thicker. And I can start to breathe heavy. You can see heat coming out of my mouth as I breathe.
Yes, you do. You do have that dog in you, as Gray has said. As you bite with this bestial bite at this moment, roll damage at this time.
8.
8 points. You going for the big snake on this one?
Oh, yeah.
As you bite and you go right under that mouth, you rip out that internal kind of vocal cord and anything in the neck, killing this creature with a thud. As this creature drops to the ground and is deceased, it is dead. You see that creature next to you turn its beak towards you, opening up that kind of claw-like mouth at this time. Gestal, anything else on your turn?
No, I just need to get my my bonus. I'm sorry, my temp HP for shifting, and I'm done.
All right. as you begin to shift this time after a vicious bite to the neck of this creature. Next up is going to be this creature next to you. At this moment, seeing the bite that you have taken out of this large serpent-like creature, it is going to try to bite you at this time. It's going to try to hit you with its tentacles. As it swings with its tentacles your direction, that is going to be a 13 to hit on that.
That hits. That's my armor class.
Okay, with that, it's going to try to smack you with the tentacle at this moment. That is going to be 10 points of slashing damage.
Woo! I'm still up. Let's go.
Now,
Let's go.
Since it did hit you with the tentacle, it's going to have its beak attack as well at this moment, as you're going to see the beak begin to open and wither, getting ready to bite. That is going to be a 12 to hit.
Misses.
As it goes inches from your face, and because that could have been really bad. As that goes on, the creature lets out a hiss. Thalamir, hearing the chaos in there, you hear a sound that is ominous to you as well. A rattling of bones from the southern section at this time. That is something that you hear as you hear the sound of perhaps skeletons beginning to make its way into this combat at this time. As this goes on, we'll move on to Gray. Gray, as you are into the combat, seeing this stuff going down, what do you do at this moment?
I step over, I look at this thing, I go for the grab. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 on this creature as you're going to try to grab it this time. It does just hit.
It takes 10 necrotic.
Okay, 10 necrotic coming that direction at this time. As it begins to decay from your attack, it is going to take full damage, 10 points off of its HP at this time. Still alive, but you see one of the tentacles begins to kind of curl and get weaker. What do you do at this moment?
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and describe how it happens. Gray reaches out, she grabs a tentacle, and orange spots come out from under the veil, and everywhere the little flecks of orange touch withers underneath her grasp. Other than that, I can use a bonus action. I think, no, I don't got anything else for now, I think. Then again, is a sickle a light hand weapon? Like, can I use that on my other attack? Like, is that an offhand I can do? I don't remember.
Well, did you cast a spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that consumes your action.
Yeah, that's why I was asking about offhands.
If you used a light weapon in your main hand.
Oh, okay, I
use
see
one in
then.
your second.
No, then no, I don't got anything. It's all done.
Alright, next up will be Thalamir. Thalamir, hearing that sound from behind, but seeing the enemy in front of you, what do you do?
I've got enough movement to investigate, so come down here. Do I see anything in this room?
You see a room that is covered in litter of bones and remains, but you hear that rattling sound coming from this southern section over here.
I'll have them come to me. That's my movement.
At this moment, any direction you're going as you begin to make your way into that room, seeing that dead snake, seeing this creature, what do you do?
I'm sprinting in with my massive movement speed. And because of the weapon I am using, and because of how tall I am, I can reach over Gray and stab this little octopus beak guy.
Feel free to give it a little poke.
This guy.
Oh.
Natural one. I whispered it, but it was a natural one.
Please don't decapitate me.
Give me a d20 on that roll real quick.
That would not be the vibe.
And this is non-magical, right? This weapon?
It technically is magical.
Okay. Then with the
It
two,
did come from a ring.
as you take your weapon out, you begin to kind of swing over that direction. I'm going to have to ask for Gray to give me a dexterity saving throw from this attack. A little too close to the top, you know? It's a little...
You know what? If it cuts my head off,
roll a d6 for me at this time, Thalamir. 3 points of damage as it kind of gets a
1,
little
2, 3.
help with that shit. It's fine.
Just imagine the head turn around like, what? Anything else, Thalamir, at this moment?
I smite too. No.
Yeah. Yes.
That would have done something. That would have done something to me.
Clear the way.
Gray just turns around. It appears you miss.
Anything else in your turn, Thalamir?
No, I think that's it for me.
Okay. Then as we move on to these skeleton-like creatures' turns, they're going to begin to move. Okay. You begin to hear the sound getting louder and louder from the direction that you came as these creatures begin making their way through that area of those bones. You can hear that room that has all of those scattered bones, ligaments, horns, and whatnot begin to kind of shake and rattle. They're getting closer. Not by you yet, but they're getting closer. Next up is Marie. Marie, what are you up to at this time? Seeing the dead snake, seeing that creature, seeing your friends, what do you do?
I think I want to interpose myself between the thing and my brother.
Seeing the creature over there?
Yeah, if you'll allow, I want to push him off way.
Is there a direction you would like to kind of have him go specifically, like
over here, or
where I just came from?
Yeah. Gistal, are you fine with being put into that location, or are you resisting that?
I trust her completely.
All right. With the movement over there at this time, you see that creature begins to turn to speak towards you. Tendrils ready to go.
I'll count that as my first attack, and do the other two. So I try to stab it straight into the beak with the scalpel.
Let's see it. 19 hits. 5 points of damage coming that direction. Let's see what else we got. Points in that initial one. Okay, we're chipping away at this bad boy.
And I miss again.
With that one, give me a d20 on that roll. And is that just with your hands unarmed, or is that with a?
That is just trying to kick it.
Trying to kick it. This time 14's fine, no ill effect as you try to roundhouse kick this creature, and you begin to slip over one of the tentacles that have been snapped off of it, and you kind of do a comical kind of like balancing act for a moment, but you're able to kind of stay on your feet at this time. No ill effect. Marie, anything else on your turn?
Sneak attack.
Let's see it. Come on. Give us the sauce. Fry this calamari. This is okay. I thought it was a 1 for a second. Okay, 1 point of damage coming that direction. Anything else on your turn at this time as you're able to knock off one of the barnacles on the tentacle ligaments of this creature?
Nope, that's my turn.
All right, moving on. This time it is Jason's time to shine. Jason, after the aftermath of your weapon at this moment, begin to kind of continually spin in its cylindrical form. What do you do at this moment?
So where are the zombies coming from?
You hear the sound coming from south here, where Thalamir has just kind of approached from.
Okay. Then Jason's going to stab the ground, and as he does, he's going to start revving up his sword. So instead of turning once, he turns twice, and you hear that same loud roar, but this time somehow it's even louder, and the swords just start burning up as the shot was on it. The sword and it on fire. But now with my fire sword, I'm gonna slash this thing.
Feel free to slash away at this time.
I'm going to do a reckless attack. Yeah.
19's a hit at this moment. Feel free to roll that damage. These are good rolls. These are good rolls. 13 points of damage, slicing this creature in half this time. That creature is dead in front of you. Seeing these two serpent-like creatures there, you hear the sound of rattling bones from a distance. Jason, anything else on your turn?
Yes, I'm going to start moving towards the rattling sound.
So we need to descend down that direction. Feel free to move as much as you would like.
They are coming from this area, right?
Indeed, that sounds to be the direction where they are coming from.
So I'm going towards that.
As we're going to kind of make our way over there at this time. Next up is going to be Palin. Palin, what are you up to at this moment?
Head that way as well.
Alright, as we're going to make your way over there at this time. Seeing Thalamir, seeing Gray, seeing Jason at this moment. Jason, you can kind of see around that corner what looks to be some of these rattling skeletal creatures begin to make their way down this hallway at this moment.
You said around the corner. Is there anything down this hallway?
What you see down that hallway looks to be a passageway that begins to descend south. Looks to be empty at the current time. There's a doorway at the end and a staircase looking like it's cutting off to the left. Besides that, you just see those same stone tiles making its way all the way down, but no creatures down this hallway.
I just hold my action then, in case something comes down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. For our friend and just for the two of you, anything you guys are up to at this time?
Seeing where everybody went, I'm gonna kind of come down this way, and I'm gonna look over to my my little dude, and he's gonna stand up here and watch this area just in case. That's gonna be his turn. I'm just gonna ready in action just in case something pops up.
Okay.
Ready for range attack.
As you're ready at this time, just like Palin is as well holding his action at this time, Gray, you are up. Seeing Thalamir next to you, seeing the party spread out, the creature is dead in this room. What do you do at this moment?
Suppose I just follow along. Don't got anything better to do. So I'm just gonna casually step around the centaur that's just stabbed me and follow the gang. Oh, that is unpleasant. I can like see one peeking around the corner there.
Just give it a little eye, you know. Anything else in your turn, Gray, at this moment?
Give me a second, because I see another turn here, so that's like 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I can just hold an action. If something comes down this way, I'll try and send a poison spray. I know that that's probably not going to work on the skeletons, but Gray doesn't know that they're skeletons quite yet. She just sees something peeking around that corner when she goes down this way.
Yeah. There's another thing that you notice is as you step on that specific tile, you feel the ground begin to shake. Give me a dexterity saving throw at this time. This is a critical roll and a critical fail as Gray, you fall into a pit. This pit looks to be about 10 feet deep, and as you fall in this moment of blackness, you feel a piercing sharpness as the pit at the bottom has wooden spikes that are covered in this blackish kind of goo. Initially, you are going to be taking 5 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall, but in addition, you'll be taking 7 points of piercing damage from the spikes, and you are skewered at this time. What do you do?
So 5 from the fall, and then another 7 from the piercing?
Correct.
Yeah.
Alright, well for now, I guess I'm just gonna stay still. Nothing better to do for the moment.
All right, as you're laying down there at the bottom like this.
They're poop spikes from Vietnam.
Yeah, welcome to Nam.
Oh,
Great.
God.
Anything else on your
And,
turn?
you know, I'll go ahead and call up from the pit. Palin, beware the spikes. There are broken tiles.
I love this emotionless character.
Even
There
in
are
severe
weak
pain.
tiles.
I love it.
All right. Anything else
Others.
from the pit at this moment?
It just he hears the emotionless voice echo
Pit
up
knock
from
gallery.
the pit. Yeah, beware for weak tiles. There are spike traps. Warn the others, please, Palin.
Turn the slide.
As that voice echoes out, Thalamir, what are you up to at this time?
Well. I was gonna do something. However, circumstances have changed.
Many things, yes. Many things going on at once at this time.
Well, if there's a way I can help you.
Don't worry about me, I'm fine.
Never again. That'll help.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way I can help you.
I mean, you
I
could
can't
maybe
even
just
get
let
to you
me
either
know.
way. So
You know, it's fine. Just I am chill. Don't even worry.
Jump over
well,
me.
I'm gonna hold my action.
As you holding that rifle steady, you know, as you hold that action at this time, our
Holding a spell if
Our
they come around the corner.
Skelly boys are coming in. They're beginning to move with intention at this moment. Jason, an attack is coming your direction at this moment. Seeing these skeletons begin to approach, their bodies are covered in that thick kind of muck of the swamp. Vegetation, vines, and lily pads hang off of them like decorations or ornaments on a tree. The attack coming your direction first with what looks to be a curved femur bone.
Got some held actions, Mr. DM.
Yeah. As they're beginning to attack, would you like to do an action on your held action?
I know, I got one.
You go first.
Can I?
Whoever had theirs first, go ahead.
I don't remember.
No, that was definitely last. So.
We can go Palin, Thalamir, and Gestahl then.
All right. Am I able to stab past Jason? Not through him, past him.
Are you just like sharing space and then leaving space, or are you using a weapon?
Yeah, if I can.
Yeah, you can see. You might get an op attack if you try to like go in and out, but you can definitely attack.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stab at this guy with my dagger.
Attack away.
15.
15 hits.
Swag.
But no.
That'll be 12.
Barely alive, but do you have anything
Okay.
else?
I do not. And then to get back, so technically I was here. I'll use my bonus action to disengage.
There we go.
Get back here.
Anything else in your turn as you kind of go under the legs and just kind of stab and
Yeah.
pull away at this time? It's a dirty pumpkin. That's a sneaky pumpkin.
I'll stay low to the ground if I can.
Yeah, stay low.
I'll stay kind of
Lord.
crouched. Oh, then an explosion just.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
happened down
Sorry, I was playing around.
Somebody's blowing up down there. It's that
Greg
spike
exploded
trap.
in the pit.
Watch out for explosives too.
No.
I'm just chilling in the spike, so don't even worry.
This skeletal creature's gonna try to attack at this time on you, Jason, after being sucker punched from below from Palin. That's gonna be a net.
Can I
Go
hold
ahead.
up, hold up. Can I use my held action?
Yeah, would you like to use a held action on this creature?
Not on the creature,
Oh no.
but on Jason.
Thalamir.
Oh.
Thalamir, it's not
Ooh.
worth it, buddy. It's not worth it.
I'm going to cast protection from evil and good.
Ooh, throw that in there just so he has access to it. But
Ooh.
yes,
Then I get to use my hold up.
Hold on, gotta figure out how to do this. There it is.
perfect. So basically, Till the spell ends, you're protected against these types of creatures. They grant you benefits on disadvantage on attack rolls against them, etc. You cannot be possessed, etc. For that, that's perfect for this moment. Anything for held actions besides that for a Gestalt or anyone else?
I have one. Going to try and Eldritch Blast him.
Whoa!
Let's see it. Oh yeah,
There
you
you
have
go.
to. Yeah, you have to touch him for that
7.
one. Thalamir.
No,
I
Eldritch
don't
Blast
think
is a
so.
beam.
It's 60 foot.
Yeah, it's ranged.
In the little description, it confused me. It said, one willing creature you
one
touch.
You touch. Okay, hold up.
Just gallop over. Come on now.
Because in the spell, it has a range of
Yeah.
60 foot.
Is that a 60-foot protection range, or is that a 60-foot cast range?
It definitely says touch.
Oh,
Here and touch him
was
then.
look-
Just touch him.
I was looking at Shield of Faith as a 60 foot range.
Would you like to use
My
that
bad.
instead?
Yeah,
Touch him.
I'll just use that. So you have
Touch
plus
him.
two to your AC.
Perfect. Still a great thing to have at this moment, as you are shielded up and fortified. Gestalt, we didn't forget about that 24 hit. That damage of a 7, that's enough to turn this thing into dust at this moment. Oh, come on now. What are you doing over there? Oh, my lord. That thing is
It's
dead
got
as
the
it turns
protection.
into dust. That is a beautiful sight over there. At this moment, the next creature is going to move in a conveyor belt line. I guess I'm next. It's going to try to attack you, Jason, at this time with a femur bone that it picked up off the ground. But I see that shining bright kind of shield of fate that would have been a 13 to hit, Jason.
That misses.
Jason, you just sidestep this thing as it kind of bangs against the wall, banging it like a drum. No damage, no effect. Marie, you are up at this time. What do you do?
What a mess.
It is a mess over there.
You have no idea. Like, you guys are only seeing the ones that are up here. I see most of them.
I see a spike pit.
Oh yeah, you are.
I'm gonna pull out the one weapon I do have, but don't really use, a short bow.
Alright, let's see it.
Thread the needle with me in front of you.
Whew. 16, that's gonna hit. Let's see it.
Do this.
No pressure now.
It's a 10.
That's gonna be
10 points of piercing damage, alive but not well. Anything else?
No, I'm gonna start heading towards the rooms to, like, check them out.
Okay.
Wait.
Shot from the short bow, go ahead.
It's a ranged attack next to an ally. Still get sneak attack.
Sprinkle that on
sprinkle
it.
that on it.
I rolled it.
It's already.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh, I see it.
I like that. Okay. As you're
Very
looking
nice,
inside this room at this time, feel free to roll for me a D100 roll for me. $79 is not bad. What you see inside the room is the following items. You see, this room has a chest that has a black leather eye patch. You can see that some of the design, some of the gem work is about 50 gold just for the eye patch itself. In addition to this, at the bottom is an additional 50 gold that has been scattered. All in all, about 100 gold worth of treasure from this singular box. Marie, anything else on your turn?
No, I'll just shove that in my bag for now.
Okay, as you shove that into your bag at this moment. Jason, shove that skeleton back in the ground. What are you doing on your turn?
I am gonna stab it with my flaming sword.
Oh, we could talk
Yeah.
about it.
Oh,
critical! Let's see that damage, my friend. That is a delicious sight. Look at that. Nat 20, 12 points of damage. That thing doesn't even exist anymore at this moment. That Howlbreaker's damage as it slices through turns into chunks and shrapnel of bone and bone dust. Anything else, Jason, at this time?
He's gonna turn to and start yelling. Hey, witch lady, do you need help? Are you okay?
Witch lady?
I love her so much.
Spiked at the moment, laying on the ground, you can just hear the angst begin to echo out of the pit over there, Jason, at this time. Anything else on your turn?
He's going to turn to the party. Hey, you guys want me to go further, or should I stay put? I'm gonna
Okay,
move
John.
further.
Back.
We should try and help the one who fell in the pit.
Okay, then
I'm
I'll
fine.
hold their attention. You guys help. Yeah, you guys help her.
As you yell out this time, Palin, what do? You gonna be a pal, or are you going into war?
Pal, I would like to carefully look at the floor over here.
Mhm.
What am I seeing?
You see a 5 foot by 5 foot stone tile.
Does it look like it can be depressed? Not like sad, but like pushed in.
You know, it's day by day. The tile takes it day by day. You know.
Sure, of course, who doesn't?
Do you investigate the tile?
Absolutely.
You press on it, and there doesn't seem to be any give or motion. Nothing that's odd off the bat with this tile at all.
Okay, I'll take a step forward.
No ill effect, but what you do see is a pit trap in front of you, with your friend laying 10 feet down below, pierced
Oh, God.
from the leg and the chest at this moment.
I am well.
No.
Good to know.
Gray, you've been punctured.
It does not bother me.
You see blood kind of spit out of one of the wounds.
Sure.
I
How?
will say the blood is like a kind of gross, blackish, chunky,
Oh.
rather than the normal red that one would expect.
A gelatinous black pudding begins to trickle out of one of the wounds.
Yeah, Gray, you don't look so good, and that's coming from me. We got to get you out of here.
Do what you must.
Well, I don't want to. How impaled are you?
Fairly.
What? Where is Gray impaled? Like, and how many times?
As you look, you can see that there is an impaled spike going through her right thigh, her left abdomen, and then her arm as well on the left side.
He seems completely unbothered by all of this, by the way.
Of course. Why would
Naturally.
you? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know what I can do for you in this moment.
It's fine. Don't
You also hear the echoing, Palin, from this
Uh-huh.
direction, extremely loud from that descending staircase.
Oh, that's okay. That's not
Oops.
good.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Step number 1. Can I reach Gray without? No, you said it's 10 feet.
10 feet.
What if I extend out my little pumpkin arms?
Okay, fantastic.
I have my quarter staff. I can kind of reach up there.
Okay.
Wanna go that
Just
route?
imagine just hold it like this.
Yeah. Let's do that in a minute. I'm gonna take out.
Squish.
Grab on! Grab my good hand.
I.
My strong
I-
hand.
I'll. I have a bag of ball bearings.
Okay.
I'm gonna scatter some of those down the hall.
Sprinkling them.
I'm gonna throw some marbles down the hall.
Do a little salt bay action. Okay.
Oh, well, a couple more than just a few, but you know, enough to trip on.
Skitter, scatter, ball bearing.
Yeah.
Are you just going for like a 5 foot by 5 foot radius?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Say something like that.
I can't see, so I'll say sure.
Okay.
My little pumpkin light doesn't give me that much vision here.
As you kind of scatter them down, you can hear them kind of bounce off of the stone tiles back there. Anything else, Palin?
Sounds good. Sounds good. So that'll be my action then.
Mhm.
Okay. I will use my bonus action to hide on the floor.
Okay, army prone at this moment.
Yeah.
Anything else
Yeah.
on your turn?
I'm not. I don't think I'm hidden well, but I'm trying. I'm trying. No, that's it.
Okay, this is where it might get a little bit bad as we move on to our little friend over here who just wanted to rip the eyes out of that serpent, as well as Gestal. For the two of you, what are you guys up to at this moment?
Gestal's gonna say, "You have to come back. Come back to us, Jason. You cannot fight them on one front. It's not suitable, especially if there are many. Eat sick. Go find the others." And
Well, that
Six
was
gonna
a
run down.
rolling sound.
Yeah.
Good shit. That's
Yeah.
good stuff there.
Locked in as you're going to make your way over here. You can see that there's the companion Jason glowing with this shield radiance. But then in the southern section, seeing Palin laying army crawl style on the ground, you can see that there is a open pit up above, and then distance going there. With your vision, though, you can see these small ball bearings that have been kind of scattered like loose rubble and gravel off into the distance.
I'm disgusted now. None of this makes sense. And I'm gonna hold my action in case another skeleton comes up.
Okay, good
And
stuff.
Ixix's gonna do nothing but look at the pumpkin laying on the floor and the hole with the poor ladies in.
Just living
pumpkin
life
patch.
as a pumpkin, yeah.
It's a pumpkin patch, man.
Oh, God. For Gestal at this
God.
time, what do you do?
This guy.
I'm holding an Eldritch Blast, so if Jason comes back and another skeleton appears, I'll be able to do something.
Okay, then at the start of this turn, for Gray, you're going to take 2 points of damage as you're still skewered at this time. What do you do on your turn? Oh, no.
She died.
Sorry, no, I was
No.
zoned out. You know, I'm
We should just do that. If a
Any
character's
damage
like
right now?
goes unconscious, just stop responding to anything. We don't tell
That's
everyone
what-
when
That'd be
unconscious.
good.
no, I was rebooting. Don't mind me.
You just don't know.
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't even worry. Yeah, I'm reaching up my quarterstaff towards Palin. Just feel free to pull me up using this. I
As
assure you I am fine.
You reach out. Would you like for him to try to pull you up at this time?
Yeah, if he feels like it.
Give me a strength check for both of you at this time. You guys have to add up to equal 15. So,
Alright,
10.
you just have to roll a 5 or higher.
Come on.
All right,
Come on.
Connor. Here we
Here we
go.
go.
All right.
Hey,
We're good.
Yeah, baby.
I was
We're good.
definitely expecting a 3.
Yeah, it was gonna be bad.
I would have
Pumpkin
cried
strength.
if there was a 4. Like, you rolled a solid 12 on the dice there, bud. Let's go.
Hey, not bad, not bad.
All right. At
Yeah,
this
so
moment-
she's.
Hmm?
Am I pulled up on this side, or am I, like, scooted back over here towards this thing?
So as you're put, probably, unless you want to get placed, I mean, you could probably be put here or here if you would like as well.
No,
Since
I'm
it's
fine
the-
over
My
here.
familiar is only a foot tall.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
fine.
you could share a space with that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, he's
fine
only like a
over
foot,
here.
maybe a foot and a half.
Perfect.
So I'll just hang out behind him.
Yeah.
Just
Chilling with them.
thank you. Yeah, thank you for the assistance, I say, as the black goop continues to kind of just fall out. Just
Like,
no big deal.
ugh.
Perfectly fine.
Like mashed potatoes.
I
Thalamir.
look slightly more dead
Wait,
than
what?
usual, but otherwise I'm good.
What do you do, Thalamir, at this time?
I'm going to yell out.
Oh no.
I'm gonna fall back one space. And I'm
Ew.
gonna say, We should fall back to the opening of the room. Use the hallway as a funnel. Then I'm gonna hold my action for a spell
Yeah.
until I see a skeleton creature.
This skeleton's going to attack. Anyone with a held action, would you like to do anything? It's not moving, but still stuck around that corner, but nothing?
I
Actually,
can't see him.
wait. I'm sorry. I'm gonna change what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna hold my action.
Ran out of time. Shot clock, buddy.
Oh!
Now go ahead. Feel free to.
Instead, using my equine build,
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Big
run up
word
here
there. Damn.
and scoop up these two fine comrades right here.
Okay. And where are you
And I'm
going
gonna
with
bring-
them at this time?
I'm gonna bring them back to the big room.
All right. Are you guys willing to be
I'm gonna
picked
bring-
up, or are you guys resisting?
I'm gonna bring
No.
Gray and Palin.
Oh.
Here, come with me. And I'll grab Palin by his scruff, and I'll hold Gray like this in my arm.
Do both of you?
Gray's just like a rag doll. A kind of
Just
stiff rag doll. No cares in the world. I'm just here for the ride.
For lore purposes, I do have one of those little stems on the top of my pumpkin head. If,
Perfect.
if that is what you choose to just kind of lift me by all means.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll go willingly.
All right.
And I'm gonna bring them back to the room, and I'll drop them off here and there.
All right. As you do such at this moment, next up will be the skeleton, Jason. They're trying to whack away at you this time. That is going to be a 15 on that one.
I still have the Shield of Faith.
Yes.
Mhm.
That misses.
Oh, as you can see that blade begins to kind of go your direction. That Shield of Fate kind of just stops the blunt impact from it from having any full effect. That will be the creature's only ability on that turn. However, for our friend over here, you hear that chanting deep from the southern section. Just something that you hear beginning to billow and echo louder and louder and louder at this time. Next up is Marie. What are you up to?
I haven't seen an enemy since the beak thing, so I'm gonna continue.
Looting away?
Yeah.
Feel free to at this time as you go on to the next section. Give me a D100 roll. Yeah, Jason, you're clogging up that lane perfectly at this time. With a 32, this is what you see at this moment inside this footlocker. Inside this one, what you see is the following. You see that this room's chest contains 11 scattered gold pieces. Old, some of them have what looks to be a little bit of soot on them. But you also see that there's a pouch that carries 60 silver pieces. That pouch, with your background, you can tell is made out of human skin that has been perfected and has been dried for this. That is what you see at the current moment.
Ooh, cute.
Your purse.
I mean, might as well be.
Human skin purse.
Yeah, I pick it up and I continue.
As you begin to continue around at this time, seeing the dead snake, seeing that dead animal, anything else that you do at this time? Checking any other rooms or anything in particular?
Yeah, I'll check. I have enough movement to get to the other room.
Alright. One more D100 then coming your direction. I love it. We got the hallway Jason's fighting these skeletons, dead giant snakes everywhere, and then just, oh, nice. Nice person here. This one has 3 moss agates. Each of them worth 10 gold each, and they're all in a folded black bit of cloth. That is what you see. Moss agates. Correct. That is what you see.
Guys, I'm a crafter here along for the ride, so this is great.
It's beautiful moss at this time. Marie, anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's all my movement, and I imagine all my actions in it.
Do there happen to be any lizards in that room?
No lizards. Lack of lizards. That's TOA stuff right there.
Check. We can't be sure. We have to go back. We're going back.
TOA got a
Lizard
bunch of
happened?
lizards.
There's actually a clown car full of lizard folk in that room. We just haven't found it yet.
Spoiler alert.
We need to find the clown car.
He's in the human skin purse.
You do not know anything. For Jason, what do you do?
I do best and just whack at the creature in front of me.
Whack away, Sat. Ooh,
That is gonna be this-
22. 11 points.
Wait a second. I might use my thing.
Barely alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my origin H and reroll my damage die for the great sword.
Let's see it.
Ooh.
Oh, that's better. This becomes was a 5. This is a 7, so that is 13 points of damage total.
Just enough to kill this thing outright. As you whack into that thing, that skeleton is gone. That was a well-needed reroll on there. Anything else on your turn?
I am going to move back so people can start doing things.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be all for me.
As you're going to move back at this time,
All
we're
the
going to
way.
move over to Palin.
All the
What do you
way!
do?
Looking for cloth in this room. Bits of cloth.
You know that the beds have sheets,
Okay.
and then you know that Marie is grabbing items out of some of the rooms. This room has not been explored yet, nor has this one. Those are some things that you see. But besides that, no cloth that you can find currently where you're at.
Alright, I will attempt to enter this room.
There's a cloth bed. Would you like to also roll to see if you find any treasure as well inside the room?
I'm not really looking for treasure right now. I'm just looking for the sheets.
There's a sheet that is like a regular kind of like bed sheet. There's also a pillow with a sheet as well, a pillowcase, and then a white sheet under. So any of those you can just grab as an object interaction.
Grab the sheet. And then I'd like to cut it up if I can.
Yeah, what are you trying to cut it up into?
Just strips.
Okay. As you take your time, let's say you take your action and begin to rip this thing into strips, you can get off of that singular. How big do you want the strips to be?
Just short-wise across the sheet. Doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah, you could probably get 10 of these small strips off
Okay.
the sheet.
I'll return to Gray and say, I've got these bits of cloth. Do you want me to try and dress your wound?
They are of no consequence.
Are you not still oozing?
I do not need it.
Okay. I will pocket the strips then.
Begin to shove all the strips into your pocket as you just watch as the Gray is looking at you with a dullness and lack of any expression, as you can see that the wounds look to still have that kind of thickened ink that is kind of making its way out, but does not be a plus 20 HP. Does not look to be affecting her in an extremely negative way.
Fair enough. I will do nothing then.
Next up, the Giggly Maw and Gastal. What are the two of you up to at this time?
I'm again gonna hold an action in case something comes up. So I'm kind of just standing there with my arm out and my axe to my side. And then Ixic's gonna go,
Yeah, no, we gotta go way further back than this. I can't believe you brought me out.
and he's gonna run over here, kind of wait, and block off this area.
Yeah. As you hanging tight at this time for Gray, what do you do?
I'm holding an action for poison spray.
Thalamir at this time. Holding on like gold or anything in particular at this time?
I'm gonna run up. Just because I have the movement speed. Started here. Can I technically hit it from here with a reach weapon?
I wouldn't say there with the angles, no.
Okay. I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna stab it with my halberd.
Give him a little
Because
love
of
whack.
my origin feat that you allowed me to take. I'm going to not provoke an opportunity attack when I leave.
As you whack, let's see that attack first. A 9. It's gonna miss, however, you're able to
Come
get
on.
out of there, unless you have anything else at this time. Warning shot is crazy. So imagine just around
I
the
guess
corner.
that's it for now. Whatever. It's a free attack, so I'm gonna come back.
Alright, as you
Hold on.
skedaddle.
I
at
gotta
this
make sure
moment.
I have enough movement. That's all I can get to.
Alright. Anything else for Thalamir at this moment?
What?
Anything else for you?
Oh, that's it.
Alright, as you hang it.
Oh, did you not? My bad.
No, you're
I
good.
thought you heard me. I thought you heard me. I'm like, hello?
As the
Yeah, no,
first
that's it.
skeleton approaches into the hallway, any held actions or anything at this time?
Yeah, I got one.
Thalamir's in the poison spray.
17?
Radius. I don't want to be spraying him.
Yeah. If you just give him a little love spray, 21 is going to hit. Roll.
Yeah, I did stab you in the neck.
Damn.
So.
Oh no, it's 17, not a 21.
17's
That
just
was
as
just,
delicious.
Hey, I don't. It only has to be arranged, but it has to be in
Oh,
10 feet for
I
that.
do that.
shit, so.
The FX button.
Damage.
Use rocket aim. Takes 2 force damage.
Whoa.
Anything else this time as it takes 2 force damage at this moment.
No, that's it.
Okay, as that happens at this moment, moving on now, we're going to go to... Oh, any other held actions at this moment first.
Nah, mine has to be within 10 feet.
This creature begins to move here. Jason is getting closer to you. Get that out of here. What are you doing? Jason,
Oh, that's cool.
still within range.
It is
They
cool,
will
yeah.
Make their way over at this time. First
Nobody
attack
uses these buttons.
is going to be over here towards Thalamir. Thalamir, that attack is coming your direction. That is going to be a 12 to hit, which I think misses.
That does miss.
12 is going to miss it this time for you. For Jason, you are lit up like a Christmas tree at this moment. That attack coming your direction is going to be a little bit higher. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
Still have Shield of Faith on you.
Then, thanks to my wonderful friend and missus.
As that will miss it this time. The tertiary third attack over here. That is going to be a short bow attack towards Thalamir at this moment. That is going to be the same roll as before. That's going to miss, as all 3 are going to miss this time. However, you see a shadow approach from behind the corner. What you
That is
see
a clown.
Ooh!
is a creature, a humanoid that is wearing a large, puffy, noble coat. The skin has suction cupped itself to the face. All that's left is just the thin, leathery layer. The hair kind of barely hangs on at this moment. And this creature aims its hand out towards you with this kind of sickly look. As this happens, I'm going to need everybody within 30 feet to give me a wisdom saving throw. So 30 feet. I
30
believe.
of them?
Oh,
Shit.
no, that's not me. I'm just out of range.
Oh,
Nice.
Gaston.
Nice.
Let's get her
Let
over
me
with.
confirm.
Wisdom
I lied to
save?
you. I lied to you. It's not wisdom saves. I lied. Sorry. It is a Constitution saving throw. That is all.
Okay,
Of
thank God.
course
Those are
it
a little
is.
better.
Just
Can I-
just
can I
take the
have a-
16 HP. Just take the
Yeah.
16.
It's Constitution, you said, right?
Constitution saving throws.
So that turns into an 18 instead of a 21 if I get to keep my 16 there.
You can keep the 16.
That's a 19 for me.
Just rolled a natural 20.
Roll for my minion.
Okay, so you are good with that, Gastal. So are you, Thalamir. Jason, I need one from you as well at this time.
I hope the 18 is passable.
That does indeed pass.
Excellent.
17 on that one, Jason, right?
No, it's the 13.
Okay. 13 in this moment, you can see this green dust begins to kind of make its way over from that cloud. And as it does so, it begins to kind of go around your face at this moment. And you feel the necrotic energy. This necrotic energy is going to leave you with 4 necrotic damage. And you feel your body begin to kind of tense up. However, your roll is good enough to not become paralyzed at this time. You're able to negate that effect, which is good. Next up is Marie. You're up. What do you do?
We take 4 damage if you made a save?
You guys take nothing from that, just the 4 to Jason.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at my brother and I'm gonna say, well, you showed yours.
I'm gonna turn to you and like my eyes gonna like widen as I'm like incredibly surprised at what you're about to do.
I'm gonna just run up towards Thalamir and I'm gonna kick off the wall right behind him and I'm going to jump on the ceiling and run across it.
All right, let's see it.
Oh my god. Oh. Spider climb.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna just... I imagine I'm like eye to eye with the skeleton, just upside down. I'm going to try to chop its head off.
All right, let's see it.
Give it a nasty headbutt.
I'm karate chopping his head. It'll work.
Big attack coming this way. Let's see. We need a nat 20. It's been a hot minute. It's been a couple rolls. 9.
Nope.
Anything else on your turn?
Yep, I got 2 more tries still.
Let's see it. 2 more tries for a nat 20 at this time. This one's going to be 18, I feel like. 18, then 20. We're betting man today. We're betting man. First one was a 16, close.
Ooh, that was close. That was close.
16 will hit. Let's see the damage on that first. 5 points. Anything else?
Bonus action.
Ooh,
Ooh, that was an 18 though.
yes, let's go. See, it was in there. It was hiding around.
It was in there, yeah.
That's damage. Was that 14?
No, 10.
No, just
Still great, though, as you bash that thing, turning into crumbly bones and dust on the floor. Anything else at this time, Murray?
Wait, you're on the wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on your one.
Yeah, that's the one I was attacking.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, let me just...
Yeah, so the one that's that one has got to go.
There we go.
There you go.
And then,
From deep.
and then I'm just gonna, I'll stay here.
All right, that is tough. As we move on to Jason. Jason, looking like a rave down there with all the lights and shining arcane energy. What do you do at this time?
I'm a barbarian. I do the only thing that I can. I'm going to stab the guy in front of me.
You dirty dog. Let's see it.
I'm gonna do it recklessly.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Big.
Yeah.
That's a good roll.
18 hits. 9 points. That's
Wait.
enough to kill it.
Oh, then never mind. And yeah, that's gonna be all for me. Just real quick before we finish the turn. Wait, I forgot. How long did we say my fire thing lasts?
I don't believe we discussed how long. I think it was. Did we say for a turn? I believe for that.
Let me hold the conversation up. Yeah, my turn is done. Now see. Done.
With a critical hit right there on that bad boy, killing him right out the blue, leaving 2 left at this current time. The skeleton, that oddity over there in the corner.
See,
Bring it home, Palin.
I'm coming down this way. I'll get nice and low to the ground and shoot my short bow at this guy.
Let's see the attack.
As a 19 hit.
19 does hit.
Taking out the ankles.
Ka-chow. See the damage. I'm feeling good. 10.
So that
Ooh.
is 8 damage there.
Still alive.
Oh,
Barely.
wait. Yeah, so when I'm getting low, you just see the pumpkin descend to the floor. It looks at home on the ground,
Okay.
and I'm just spread with my legs far apart and shooting my little short bow.
Good tactical position.
Yeah, it's like when you blow a candle out when the arrow fires. That's the sound you hear.
Interesting. Pelin, anything else
Very
on
cool.
your turn at this time?
Of course I'm gonna hide right here.
Oh yeah. For
Natural behind the
the
8 foot
Giggly
centimeter.
Maw and company, for the two of you, what do you guys do?
I'm going to try and Eldritch Blast the skeleton.
Let's see it. Ooh.
There's that. That's what you want.
Nothing dirty about that 20 is that is a nat 20
Nothing.
roll that oh my gosh. That is
Well,
definitely enough to kill that skeleton outright as it turns. You are just clearing these skeletons out of this tunnel. That is like the thing, right? Yes, delicious. Anything else, Gustav?
I'm gonna go.
Ixit! Watch out! For Murray!
And I'm gonna take a dip back here, and then Ixit's gonna run up, and then go right here, just in case something happens, so we can have eyes. And that's gonna be his turn.
Perfect. Next up is Gray.
Gray's gonna start walking over. Can I be like, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me,
Make your way
so that
through.
I can poison spray him?
Feel free to poison spray.
That's supposed to be a ranged spell attack. I don't know what it's doing. Maybe it's because it's trying to do the 2024 or 2014 version instead of the 2024 version.
You notice
though-
that
Yeah, you have the wrong.
poison
Like,
seems
I
to
have
have
it in
no
here.
effect on this creature. As you can see that it
Regardless.
sprays over there. Yes, doesn't seem to have any effect.
Alright, well I gotta apparently fix this anyway because...
You gotta do it as a custom spell.
Yeah.
Are you
I
trying to
see
look for the 2024 one?
No, I have it in here. I just had it copy-pasted as the wrong one. I didn't take the saving throw off of it is the issue. And I didn't put it in as a ranged spell attack. That's a whoops on my part. Otherwise, I guess I've got nothing. Give me a second, I might be able to get back some. Yeah, it was 15 feet to move over here, so... Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. And then go back over here.
The sighs and moans and groans as you make your way back to the main room.
Poison does not work on the strange clown thing.
Alright, moving on now at this time to Thalamir. Thalamir, what do you do at this moment?
Well, third time's the charm.
I believe in you. This has to
Run
be the
up.
moment.
Surely. See, I can go here. So 5, 10.
Be a bad
Stab
time
it
for
with
a nat
my-
one.
Stab it with my halberd again.
Mhm. No nat ones here. 24!
There you go.
And I'm going to smite it.
Oh
As
my
well.
gosh, give him a break.
We're gonna do
He's been through it. Look at him. His face is
No,
messed
no,
up.
no,
His
no.
clothes.
Oh, he's going through it.
how do I do this? Okay. So we're gonna attack with the halberd. Then smite. Is it undead?
It is
Or a
undead.
fiend? Okay. I have to do that before. So
18.
9 18 damage.
It's a nice hefty hit.
18 damage at this time. Okay.
And 11 of it is radiant. If that makes a difference.
11 of it radiance. No additional effects from the radiant damage at this time. But anything else on your turn?
I'm going to run back. I'm gonna jump over Palin, who's still sprawled out on the floor.
All right. Feel free to at this
See
moment.
me? You don't even know I'm there.
Just as it's decor.
It's just a normal everyday pumpkin on the floor.
You haven't seen a pumpkin inside a dungeon before?
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up will be his turn. Any held actions at this time?
I don't believe so. I think everybody went on their
I
turn.
don't think this time.
Okay. As he enters here, he's going to be using 2 melee attacks this time. As you can see, this hooked sickle that is inside the hand at this moment is going to do 1 attack towards Marie, 1 attack towards Jason. The one towards Jason, that is going to be a 12, which I think is going to miss. And then the one for Marie, that's going to be a 14 for Marie.
Misses.
Both are going to miss as the first one slices through, but as this happens, Jason, you can see that the blade itself doesn't look to be magical, but this energy, this arcane ability begins to radiate off of its hand, and you can see it slices and pierces through the stone, cutting about a half an inch into the stone material. As it begins to hiss left and right as it looks, you're going to see the mouth opens as this green mist begins to spill anything within 5 feet. So the 2 of you, I need you to give me on this one, indeed on this one, wisdom saving throws for this specific effect.
Quick question: is this something that has to do with breathing, or
This does
no?
not have to do with breathing.
Okay.
So yeah, so not even just as contact with you. Okay. Is it a 17
It's
or
only
a
the 4.
Only the
The
4.
4.
And then Marie.
For you as well.
Where are the saving throws in this?
On the 2024 sheet.
Yeah, the compact version.
Oh, I don't know. Give me a sec. I have it on my other game.
You mean like on your phone?
No, there's the compact,
compact
version
version
and the
and
big version.
It's a wisdom check basically anyway, so I just rolled wisdom.
That's right, you have proficiency.
No.
With those effects, Marie, you have no ill effect this time, but for Jason, this cloud begins to kind of echo and float your direction, almost feeling like static against your skin. As that happens, you feel your body begin to tense up. On your next attack, you're going to have disadvantage against this creature. That will be its turn, though. Marie, you are up.
Okay. I'm gonna do the thing where I'm just gonna drop on his ass and try to dig the axe into his clavicle.
Okay, let's see it. He's a fun guy. He's not trying to make enemies. He's trying to make friends down here. That's all.
This man was a clown in life, and he's a clown in death.
That is very mean to him. He is a person that matters. With an 8, the hand axe hits the wall and scrapes. It looks at you with sadness in its eyes from that comment. Anything else on your turn, Marie, at this moment?
Don't be a
Be a
clown.
clown and you
Marie, stop it. Oh
Stop
my
it.
goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Dagger with with advantage. Sorry. 25.
25 will hit. Six piercing damage. We will take that moment.
Anything.
Plus another
else.
d6. So 11.
Perfect. As that hits as well at this moment, you can see the blades begin to slice and dice against this creature as it looks at you. Each one cutting through almost like a thick plaster that is remaining of the body. It doesn't seem to be of any true natural remains. No organic compounds left. Marie, anything else?
In your turn?
Yes, then I kick him in the nuts.
As that happens, you see no grimacing effect at all, but you do kick down there, and that is going to be a 17 to hit, which will hit. 9 points. You cracked that thing. All right, at this moment, As this happens, you kick. You can actually hear a cracking sound as you can see the skin and the bones begin to kind of give way from that kick. Anything else, Marie, at this moment?
That will be my turn.
Jason, you're up.
I am going to recklessly attack him.
Recklessly do so.
So this is going
Bring
to
home,
be
Jason.
18 to hit.
18 definitely hits, my friend. Let's see it. It's oh, we do not like that. We do not like a 12 on the damage. Give this man a break. As you slice through at this moment with your blade, you can actually see the sternum cracks open, and inside you can see that there are shriveled, dried intestines, lungs, and organs. The only thing that you can see is a beating heart. That looks to be the only thing of organic material left. Jason, are you trying to bite as well at this moment, or anything else?
I was trying to see if the bite was a bonus action, but it's just a regular one, so that's gonna be all
You're
for
a
me.
vampire.
You went reckless though. You should roll another Howlbreaker attack. See if you get a crit.
No, I had disadvantage because of his thing, so now it was just rolling straight.
Okay, that's true. Yeah.
But,
that's it.
Anything else at this moment, Jason?
Oh, that's gonna be all for me.
Alright, as you snarl towards this creature for a moment, a glistening light revealing your face and eyes. Palin, on the ground floor, what are you up to at this moment?
You see me coming, so I'm gonna slither across the floor
Like a snake.
like a little, like the snake that has been killed. I am slithering. I'm gonna swipe with my dagger. Does a 23 hit?
You know what? It does.
Excellent. Naturally, he can't see me because I've been hidden so well.
Like a snake in the grass.
Bring it home.
Does
Bring it
6
home.
damage do anything?
That's 6 points of damage.
No.
Always do something.
It was so close. Palin,
No.
how do you want to do this with 6 HP left and 6 on the roll? This is your moment, buddy.
Well, naturally,
Naturally.
as I've just mentioned, he confused me as a normal, everyday pumpkin sitting on the ground here in this dungeon. But alas, I slither forward. I sneak beneath a Marie here, and I get to him, and I just give him a little swipe at the ankles.
Ooh.
He comes crashing down. He's gone. His feet are the only thing. His feet and his little sneakers are the only things there.
Sneakers.
Oh, he got
And
the
I-
shades on for sure.
And I slither away.
I love that image.
With
And then just a rain of bones.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, good.
With a thud, this creature hits the ground and lays stagnant against the stone tile. As this happens, you feel a sense of calmness in the chaos that was going on for the past few minutes, despite the chunks of bodies and flesh around at this moment. What do you guys do?
Can I investigate this guy's body? Like, I want to see if there are any initials on his clothing. I want to see if he is the dead that like left the letter talking about sacrificing his family.
Of course he is.
Give me an investigation at this time, and as you're doing so, for the rest of you, what are you guys up to?
I'm going back to finish exploring the rooms.
Do we still hear any chanting?
It is loud and audible, descending south, so this direction behind Jason. And then Jason, with that roll, what you find is the following. I believe there's only 2 other sections to explore up here for you guys. Marie, feel free to roll a D100 for that, but for Jason, you see something specifically that interests you. Looking over this direction, you can see the individual doesn't have any insignias on them, but you do see that there is a very shiny ring on the shriveled right hand of this creature. You see that the ring has a kind of iron kind of look to the exterior, but there's a glowing red gemstone in the middle. That is what you see. You can see that it radiates a bit of magical arcaneness to it as well. It's what you see without any identification or further inspection.
Jason is going to like pick a piece of cloth and wrap it around the ring and put it in his pocket.
As you do that, you feel a vibration coming from the cloth from the ring. As you put it in your pocket, you notice something changes. You feel a shaking and rattling, not of the ring, but of your gold coins. All of your coins begin to kind of shake and kind of glisten a little bit with a bit of shimmer and motion. Something that you notice when you put this object in your pocket.
And finally, he's going to remove this guy's head and put it around his belt.
As you snap it off, it is the consistency of a stick outside with a cracking sound. You're able to kind of add this head as a trophy, as a inventory that you can add at this time. And speaking about
Is that you?
inventory, for Marie, you found the following item. You found a chest that contains an ivory hairbrush with these silver bristles. It's worth about 25 gold pieces. Yes, the crotch skull is insane. Yes, you have decapitated this individual. You have this trophy with you at this time.
What are we gonna do now?
I'm gonna return back to my normal form, and as like everything kind of comes back to its normal stature, you're gonna see all like the scratches and the wounds that he's oozing out of. And I guess also just gonna kind of kneel and just catch his breath for a moment, and then Ig6's gonna run into the bed and just start tearing out all bedding and like slashing through the covers and stuff, and just laughing and tossing it all in the air.
As you begin to rip and tatter through that this time, you can see bits of fabric, bits of cloth, bits of everything kind of moving around at this moment.
I'm gonna kneel down next to a stall. And I'm just gonna say, here, brother, let the anger flow through you. I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder. And he's going to regain 8 HP. Lay on hands.
Thank you.
Unlimited. As you begin to heal a little bit at this moment for the party reunited this time, what do you do?
Gray is gonna head in the direction that the skeletons came from, because before she fell into the pit, she did see that the hall continued on the other side, and she saw like the barest glimpse that there was in fact a connection between these halls. So she's looking around.
You see
I
that
see
there's
skeletons.
Yeah, you see an area here that has more skeletons. These are chained up. Jason, you hear the chanting coming from this corridor over here to your left, over here.
Give you a bonk on the head.
But yeah, you begin to bonk with your quarterstaff, Gray, some of these skeletons. None of them seem to move in in any sense at all. But over here, what you can see are 2 statues. You can see one of them looks to be that of a bat. You can see it's very detailed, it's hunched kind of high, and it looks menacing. You can see the teeth, you can see the eyes glistening. But behind there, it looks to have been a statue of a man who looks very similar to the one that you guys have just encountered. The same style to the jacket, the same hair, the same kind of face, not as sunken in as what you've seen. But this looks to be a very similar man to what we have just seen.
Right on the statue's head.
Boink!
The man's statue just doink.
As you crack it with your quarterstaff, nothing seems to happen.
The clown was quite disrespectful. Not worthy of a statue. Oh. Jason, there appears to be a door at the end of this hallway. Don't mind the skeletons. I've hit them on the head and they have not woken up.
Yep, that seems to do the trick. What is up with the statues? Do you think they are something, or they are just decoration?
One appears to be the statue of the clown that we have just eviscerated.
Ah, so Claw, you refer to the skeleton guy, gotcha.
The weird thing with the big red mouth and the pasty skin, yes.
Oh, by the way, can you do me a favor really quickly? I have this ring that might be cursed. Can you take a look at it? And
I can
Jason's going to
certainly try.
produce.
The arcane
Here you
is
go.
not necessarily my forte. Fungus is more my forte. Can I roll an arcana for it, just on the off chance?
For sure. Let's do it.
That's a solid roll
13.
for not having anything in it.
You see that this ring has a historical value. With a 13, you don't get much more than this ring is typically a family heirloom. It is expensive. But this kind of arcane energy, or this kind of arcaneness that is kind of exposed from this ring, is not something that this ring is known for. So there's some type of oddity or some type of arcane touch to this that typically is not in this ring.
Upon observation, I can indeed say that it is magical, though I cannot say what precisely it is. It is not supposed to be this way. Given the nature of our surroundings, I would not trust it. But it is up to you to decide what you will do. It is worth quite a bit if you don't mind selling a possibly cursed item.
Did you try to open the door that is here?
I did not. I just noticed it.
Then I'll try to open it and then I'll follow you guys.
Yeah. You see a wooden door that has a old kind of rope handle that you kind of pull open down there. That's what you see in the southern section. As Thalamir and Gray begin to make your way in that northern section, Jason, do you enter the room as well at this time, or do you hang back?
Yep. Follow them.
As you open sorry, Jason. As you open up the door, you hear a pop as you see on the inside of this door, there's a small wire that begins to move with a small sack. This sack, carrying some type of small powdered substance, pops and explodes with this arcane energy. Jason, give me a dexterity saving throw as this alchemist fire begins to kind of flicker around in different directions and tries to find home.
Ooh.
8.
I have advantage on this.
Dueling eights, man.
Looks like that was your destiny.
That is going to be altogether 12 points of fire damage as it ignites across your skin against your coat, and with a loud popping sound, Thalamir, you see as the door opens, almost like a flashbang going off inside a small room. It illuminates the room with this kind of lightning shock, but then stops.
Is he still awake?
Are you okay, Jason?
No, I'm not okay. I was just burned alive.
Is
I
he
think I'm alive.
Is he on the ground?
It's not on the ground.
Ooh. How bad
Over
are you looking,
and-
Jason?
Pick
I
him
can
up.
stabilize him if he falls.
Are you bloodied? That's a hefty
Yeah.
hit right there.
I am hanging on by a thread.
I'm gonna go over and pick him up.
You kind of help him to his feet. He looks pretty bad. You can see that his shoulder, a bit of his face, as well as his chest has severe burns from this attack. And you can see some of this arcane trauma that is inflicted on the body. That without a good proper rest is going to impair him when it comes to damage.
Wish I could help you, but this is beyond my abilities.
If he should fall, I am able to help then. Unfortunately, not before.
Rest.
There is a bed right here.
Okay,
Walk him over. I'm actually gonna pick him up. Just put him on my horse body.
Hey.
That's referred to it as your horse.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw him over my back.
Hello.
Yay.
For the three of you, anything you guys are doing inside this region at the current time?
I am noticing that there's a bedroom with a footlocker and a wardrobe.
You know what? There is. Looking off inside this area, this is what you see in the following in this section. Looking here, you can see that there is a bed. Is a wooden frame bed with a rotted feather mattress. The wardrobe you see over there contains what looks to be some old robes and some candlesticks. You also see that there is a crate over here that has 30 torches all unlit, as well as a leather sack of 15 unlit candles. So 30 torches, 15 candles inside that box. At the foot of the bed, you see there is a unlocked footlocker that you can see over there. That is what you see at the current time.
Salomir, would you mind taking these torches and candles for those who cannot see? I'm not certain who exactly that is.
Well,
But I
me for
do-
one. That's why this thing is
I see.
whole light. I hold up my halberd that's glowing.
I see. There are 30 torches, and
Take all the torches.
yes, there are also candles.
Jason, here, you rest here. I will gather the rest of the troop. Maybe we can rest here for a bit.
Right.
Grab the torches, and I'm gonna sprint away.
As
Go
you
get the rest of the group.
sprints away to grab the rest of the group. Anybody else doing anything inside this room at the current time?
I'm gonna nudge the footlocker with the end of my quarterstaff just to see if there's any like traps or wires or anything like that that I'd be able to see from the distance that my quarterstaff provides.
Nothing changes when you poke it at this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna just lift the lid slightly, look for the shine of a thread, something like that, you know.
Give me a
Slowly open
perception
it.
check. As Jason lays in the bed to get comfortable and get some rest.
I'm having an unlucky session if all these 13s are anything to go by.
I think it's not
Let's see.
it's not horrific. With a 13,
Lost vision on my token.
I think you despawned on the map. Let's see what I can do.
Uh-oh.
I died.
No worries, you'll come back.
Oh no.
You did run it still said you ran 105 feet. You could have hit a trap and just plummeted to your death.
Yeah, we'll just never know.
He turns to a statue again.
Let's see. No. Here's a statue wall.
That's only 100 feet is only. I did that with a dash action. Where am I?
Should be right there.
Thanks for the traps.
There you are, you're in the wall. That's the
See it?
problem.
That's a problem right there.
I know what the problem is, ain't got no gas in it.
Ain't got no gas in it.
Are you looking inside the footlocker at this time?
You know, I'll go ahead and take a little peeky inside since I'm not seeing any traps.
Okay, so this is what you do see inside at this moment. You can see inside this treasure chest, we'll call it, the following items. You see that there are 4 potions of minor healing that are inside. They've collected a little bit of dust over the years. So 4 potions of minor healing. You also see a few more items, a few that would be rather interesting to discover, I guess. Besides those 4 potions of healing, you also see that there is a chain shirt. It is in decent quality enough that could be used. In addition to that, you also see that there is a mess kit. There is a set of thieves' tools. And you also see 2 other items. You see a spell book. You see that this spell book inside here has the following spells on there. It has Magic Missile. And it also has Identify. Those are the 2 spells that are inside the spell book. But there's one more item that you notice inside this, and that is a mask.
I don't like the mask.
You see an obsidian mask that looks to be designed like roots, or like an old kind of plastered stone. It sits by itself in the middle of the box, the eyes sunken black, the tops curling almost like horns. And you feel as if through that void of darkness that is those eye sockets, something's looking back at you with power and might. That is what you see inside the footlocker as well.
Yeah, I don't like that mask. It's giving me the ick.
You should put it on. It suits you.
I would prefer not to. I will leave it be for now. In the meantime, would you like a chain shirt? Or is that not your thing?
Sure. Why not?
I'll
Just to
pass
wear
him
my
the
coat over
chain
it?
shirt. I'm not sure. That's something you'll have to figure for yourself, I suppose.
As you begin to get some rest inside the bed, and Gray, you begin to look at the items around the room. Thalamir, you reunite with company as you begin to make your way over there. Seeing Palin, seeing Gestal, and seeing company over there, what do you do at this time?
Kind of walk through the hallway. Guys, Jason kind of walked into a trap at a door and not feeling too well, so he's resting right now. We found a bedroom. Maybe it's something we can fortify for a bit. Rest up. Gather our strength.
Sounds good to me.
Some of you don't look very well.
Yeah. I would be taking care of Gustav's wounds right now. I know someone healed him magically, but he's not full. I don't have any way to recover HP. I just have a healer's kit, so I'm putting bandages over shit.
Palin, you watch as
Thank you.
strips of cloth are being wrapped around some of Gestal's wounds, as you have your 10 strips of cloth in hand and in pocket at this time as well.
So nobody wants these dirty cloths, Tree. Nobody wants them. Nobody wants them.
Thank
I
you.
could probably
Thalamir.
clean them.
Thank you, fellow. So I realized what you thought was.
Pardon me?
I don't know. I have no
hunted-
idea what he said.
It was very
I
quiet.
thought you. I'm sorry. I thought you hunted monsters. Well, I'm grateful that you healed.
My only quarrel now is with him. I've left all other things in the past. But you are who you are means nothing to me. Rather than just someone who can help me. Maybe I can help them in the process.
I'm gonna nod. Kind of just continue to wait for Marie to finish bandaging me up.
I shoved some herbs in there. You should be fine after a warm meal. Speaking of which, I'll get started on that. And I start butchering the snake.
As you begin to make
How big is that
chunks,
snake?
It's big. So this is a huge creature. So it's very large. You can get several chunks and several rations off of this creature at the time.
I'll just get, a nice chunk of, like, the best part of the snake, which is, like... I know where it is, but near the tail. Near the tail. I just don't want to say the name, because if it's weird.
Yeah, you begin to take some moments to slice and dice this
Awake.
creature as you guys begin to reunite at this time in this area as pieces of snake are being cut up for the party. What do you guys do at this moment?
I'll leave them back.
I would like it known. You want to avoid the face. It looks like someone smeared Cheeto dust looking stuff on its nostrils and its eyes.
Yeah, I am avoiding the face. Don't worry. Most of the meat
Thank
is like
you.
near the tail. Um, um, and I will make food for everybody. So if someone rolls a hit die, they get to add a 1 to it.
There you go.
Ooh.
Are you guys doing a short rest or anything inside here? Or are you guys going deeper
I'm
in
bringing him back.
anywhere else?
Bringing him back to the place over here. Bedroom/dining room.
Feel free to make your way down there, unless you're going any other direction. Palin, as you begin to make your way over there, Thalamir, you see Marie, you see Gray, you see Jason. You guys begin to reunite in that southern section down here. As you guys do so, anything you guys discuss or do at this time?
Marie, I saw you picking a lock earlier. I have found thieves' tools.
Oh,
I've also found a mess kit and potions that I do not require.
oh, well, I also found some things. We can split everything up right now while we rest.
Well,
Um,
I'm
before I left the room. Oh, I'm
Alright.
sorry.
I'm just gonna let her know that I'm unloading the potions of minor healing, the thieves' tool, and the mess kit onto her. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person who uses spells, but I can't use the spell book. So we'll just keep that for now, I guess. Maybe we can sell it or something later. That's all.
As for the mess kit, we can use it right now because I'm gonna cook everybody something.
As you begin to come in at this time, for all of you, anything you guys are doing at this moment?
Does
I
anyone
would have
want...
wanted to take.
Hmm?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no, just does anyone want anything specific, like the chain shirt?
I was trying to pass it off to Jason over there.
Yeah, I'm already wearing the chain shirt. Plus my coat is now black. He's just comfy in the bed.
In that case, everybody gets...
I would have wanted to take a big chunk of that snake, just so I can make armor out of it.
Yeah.
So I just need like the skin, so I would just hack off whatever.
Yeah, I would say that when it comes to, if you're describing a chunk for right now, we'll say that's consisting of like 4 bits of leather. You can make on your own if you want like a chest piece or something with those 4 bits. But there's more if you need to make more too.
I'd make studded leather armor, so whatever, and I have a leather worker's kit that I'm proficient with, so whatever, I would know how much I would need to make that, so whatever that amount would be, I would take.
Yeah, we'll go with the 4 then to work on that as you begin to start the beginning process of making this thing. You have a smell of snake steak that begins to kind of slither through this area at this time. As some of the food is being made with the mess kit. Food is being given out. Feel free at this time to give yourselves short rests at this moment. And as the short rest is going on, this is one of the first moments where the combat, the intensity has kind of died down for the time. So during this short rest, is there any actions or any conversations that you guys have besides working on the leather and besides cooking some of the snake at this time?
Just sit at the table.
Jason's going to turn to stall and be like, The Inquisitor also has some secrets. Are you part werewolf? Some other type of curse? Or are you, buddy?
I do not bear a curse. This is just what I am. I've never seen a werewolf, and I'm beginning to doubt they exist.
They exist. But, so were you just born like this? Is your sister also part wolf?
I look to you, and I look at you like really long, saying, I could have sworn I saw you had that.
I have my own type of curse, but like you, it's not really a curse, it's more something I was born with. Well, tales old as time. Father, famous vampire hunter, dad, a famous vampire, and then they have a bastard kid.
I'm gonna look at Marie. And I'm just gonna laugh for a second. Just kind of like lock eyes for her. Look back at Jason. It seems you may have suffered quite the interesting story.
You guys also, if you and Marie, and by now he's also turning to Marie, if you guys would not share a little bit about yourselves. I mean, we just took down a bunch of zombies, this entire murder mansion.
I mean, why not? At this point. Our father was a sociopathic serial killer monster that experimented on us and kept us in prison most of our lives.
Oh.
Ooh.
My condolences. Is he still alive?
No.
Good.
As the three of you kind of sit into this room, sharing conversations and having this moment of pause, reflecting on the trauma that the two of you have been through. For the three who are enjoying the snake steaks and comforts, for Thalamir, for Palin, and for Gray, the three of you, what are you guys discussing, or anything you guys are up to at this time during the short rest?
I mean, I'm not eating.
You refuse
you
the
require-
snake steak?
I know what I've done to the snake stick. I don't want nothing to do with anything with the snake right now. But
No, but you cook it, you burn all that stuff away.
But I'm gonna go ahead and look at Palin, because why not? Just, do you still require sustenance? Or... Because with the pumpkin body, I cannot imagine how that may work.
I feel better outside. You know, the sun and all that. I still can eat, but it doesn't provide the same benefit.
In some ways we are similar, in others opposite, then I also do not require food. But unlike you, the sunlight bothers me quite a bit.
Are you more connected to the moon?
I am more connected with the dark.
Okay. Have you always had this connection?
For as long as I have lived. It's this.
I see.
You see this blank stare back at you, Palin, through these eyes that have no expression.
No.
As Thalamir is there as well by the table with you guys.
What have
Poor
you?
Thalamir.
Are you? I can't imagine you aren't hungry after being a statue.
Oh, he's eating his snake steak.
Avoiding some of the Y bones as you have been destroying the snake steak for the better half of the last few minutes of the short rest.
I'll slide my steak over.
I'll do
Take
the
it.
same. We need our
I'll take it.
horseman to stay strong.
So it's Vulcan season.
It is Vulcan season.
I read earlier that horse legs are essentially just giant fingers as far as structure, and my day was ruined.
Same thing with whale fins.
Very little muscle, lots of tendons and ligaments and stuff, and cartilage.
So, you are aware of what I am doing here. My goal. I'd like to know a little about yourselves. Why exactly are you here? What are you looking for? Is it that you craving?
I would simply like a place to settle. I'm looking for one outside of the Underdark. The swamp seemed nice enough. Figured it was best if it was not infested with hags.
You ready to die?
Haven't I already?
I guess I really never. Does she look dead?
Looking at her, you can see from those skewers, one of them you can almost see clearly through to the other side of her body. But it is somewhat healed from the time that has transpired. But looking at the flesh, looking at the blood, there is a
Icarus gunk.
yeah.
Pale, sallow skin. Even from under the veil, you can see that her eyes are milky. Her hair's dirty and tangled. Her skin is like pale, even for a drow. You can see spider veins coming out of her, like from under her eyes and stuff. She does not look well at all. If she was alive, she was extremely sickly, to put it lightly. And of
If
course,
she was alive?
yeah, of course, there's also this weird, strange orange dust floating around under the veil that she has yet to explain. I believe Marie witnessed me kneeling in front of the snake and wiping it on the face of the snake, not realizing she was gonna butcher it later.
Yeah.
Look like she's taking breaths. Like, are her shoulders? No. Okay.
No, she's the,
Okay.
she is the definition of deadpan blank. She is just there.
Gotcha.
Hence why her blood is all black and chunky at this point. There is no oxygen flowing. There is no blood flowing. It's all clotted in there.
Okay.
For those of you who do eat, a stew made of dried meats mixed with, I don't know what the hell that was, snake,
Some kind of snake.
and a bunch of root vegetables that I keep on me.
I will have my serving as well as her serving and his serving, please.
Well,
He's a
that
big
is-
dude.
It's a lot to feed.
Yeah, he's a big dude. You gotta get that energy out, man.
Bon appetit.
As you guys begin to eat some of this stew and some of the other foods at this time, you guys have had time to relax, time to talk to each other, time to recover, for some of us, from the injuries that we have experienced in the past hour or so. At this time, for everybody, is there anything you guys do before you guys continue to explore perhaps the lower levels of this area or anywhere else inside this property at this time?
No, I'm all good. Let's get moving again.
Zig's gonna run over to Gray, start smelling her. He's gonna.
Hey, Gasol, you gotta smell this lady.
Gasol is gonna be ignoring him, but he's like clinging onto her like.
I apologize for the smell, little one.
You ain't kidding.
Do you believe this door is safe now that Jason has set off the trap?
This is unpleasant.
Probably, but I don't really. Double traps do exist.
Can I poke the door open with my quarterstaff? As soon as Gaston moves a little further away, just like to make sure there's no blast or anything. Yeah, there we go.
You poke the door and it creaks open. You can see where, bless you, you can see where the wire was before, but nothing is attached anymore, so no trap.
Oh, I see. This leads to the skeleton room. Nothing to see. Already been through. There was no need for you to set off the trap at all, Jason. I saw the other side already.
Yeah.
Go ahead and walk fast.
Give me a dexterity saving throw. I'm joking. No, I'm joking.
No, as soon as I fell into the pit, I'm tapping with my quarterstaff ahead of me now.
You see there's a way over here, which is the sound of the chanting, an upper section where you guys have been previously by that kind of mess hall, and then off to the right as well.
Oh, it seems we only have one direction left to go. At least in my opinion. So I'm waiting up here for the rest to catch up.
And then did you take that mask out of the room, or did you keep it inside there?
You know, I left it. I didn't even acknowledge it when everyone asked what was up.
Jason,
why are you going?
Buddy.
John, have you learned nothing?
If you're wondering what that looks like, it does look like this.
That is such a cool mask.
I
don't know.
Such an
He's
evil
just going to pocket the mask. He's not gonna wear it, but yeah, he's definitely grabbing it.
Pocket. So you have a mystery ring and a mystery mask.
You really have learned nothing from Trazen.
Yeah, once we lean into that more, we'll get you some more info on those items. But those are things you have.
You know what you should do? You should just put the ring on and the mask on.
What's the worst thing that can happen?
That's the difference between Trazen and Jason. Jason actually knows to not wear cursed stuff.
Cancel out, you'd be fine.
Yeah. Two bads equal a good. Great.
Exactly.
You begin to make your way over towards the stairs. Company is still kind of congregated inside the community room of the southern section. Anything else you guys are doing around this region, though? So we begin to kind of move around at this time. Marie, you do see Gray over there. For Palin, for Gestalt, for Jason, for Thalamir, and for our friend as well. We begin to make our way. You see that there's a staircase that descends over in this direction. Do you guys plan on descending down with the staircase, or anything else you guys are doing on this area of the floor?
No, I'm all good. I'm ready to go.
Do we hear
buddy.
anything? Do we hear more chanting now that we're by a staircase going down?
More loud, inaudible chanting, yes.
Tappa, 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 tappa.
I just go down the stairs.
Alright,
Yeah,
so you're going to make your way down.
follow
this
suit.
side. I hope you guys get down there real quick as you guys all begin to kind of make your way down to this direction. As you guys do, this is what you guys see at the current time. What you guys see is the following inside this section. You guys see an area that opens up into a wide room. A ghostly chant begins to kind of echo its way throughout these chambers, not from any main direction, though. You are able to see what looks to be small relics inside some of these kind of alcoves and cuts. There's a door here, and there is a descending ramp that seems to go into a murky, brackish, watery pit that has a portcullis that is closed. You're able to see a little bit inside, but you're not able to get inside at the current time.
I see.
What are some of these relics that we're seeing?
Some of them that you see, just to name a few at this time. One is a small mummified yellow hand with sharp claws. Another one is a knife that looks to be carved from some sort of bone. And then another one you see is a dagger with a rat's skull set into the pommel.
How big is that hand?
It is pretty small, smaller than a human's hand. And it has a loop around it as well.
Would it be the size of a child's hand?
Give me a nature
Or
check.
bigger?
I can help with a nature check.
With an original 10 for the first one, anything you can do to help supplement that, Gray.
Well, I can either roll myself, or I have proficiency, so I can technically give advantage if he wants to do that.
No, you can roll.
Yeah, I do have the +7 over here.
25. Yeah. You can tell that this is a mummified goblin hand.
Ooh, Igzik's gonna run over there, grab it, start rubbing his face.
It is old, flaky, and crusty.
I hate goblins.
Relish in its death, then.
Does anything happen to Igzik? Does he get like a rash or anything?
Nothing currently with it, but yeah, it's kind of gross. It's old, ancient. But you find that in a wide variety of other small items. Things like a bat wing. You see a hag's severed finger. You see another one that looks to be a shrunken, shriveled head of a halfling that sits there next to a melted candle. For Gray, you see that there is a descending area here. And then, Marie, you see that there is a descending ramp there that goes by a portcullis that might have to be open or lifted or something to actually enter the area.
Perhaps this is another route to get to there.
Let me see if I see any other entrances.
You make your way
That's
right
light.
over to the end of this area, and what you see is a large room that has water. You can see that most of the area is flooded, but in the center there's a large, almost like octagon-esque kind of platform. You see that there's stairs, you see there's some type of altar, you can't really make out much. You can see that there is blood, but then hanging from the ceiling are shackles and chains. It's not the UFC octagon. Another thing you do notice, though, Marie, is that there is a lever that can be pulled and adjusted just out of reach of the bars of the portcullis, but there is something on the interior that could be open to get inside this room.
Hey, Gustral, can your friend try the lever on the other side of this?
Sure. I guess Saul's going to turn over, and he's going to see Igzik just chewing on the hand now.
Whew.
And he's going to go,
Alright, fine.
he's going to kind of make his way down, try to find the lever. How, like, he's like 1.5 feet. He just, like, squeeze through.
He can squeeze through without a problem, yeah.
Alright, so he's going to squeeze through.
Sloshing through the
And I
water,
take it-
he sees the lever on this side.
Okay, he's going to try and rotate the lever.
Give us a strength, let's see.
Oh boy.
Big roll here. 5.
Oh, he rolled an 8.
Yanks, almost pops the
That's
blood vessel.
-3.
It does move a little bit, but it is not open.
Ah, it's too hard.
Is the lever to go, like, to pull it down?
It's to pull it horizontally from left, so towards the portcullis, right, so pulling away.
Oh, then here, just put this noose around the lever and we'll pull it.
Why do you have a noose handy?
I just preemptively tied it in case I had to tie it like an animal or something.
Just blank.
We should put the lady in the noose.
And I'm going to grab the noose and then go tie it to the lever.
I pass the other end to Gestalt because I ain't trying to hurt myself.
Okay, so with Ixik and myself, I'm going to try and
Feel free
hold
to
that up.
roll with both of them. You need to hit a combined number of 15. Come on.
That's actually Gestalt's. And just for giggles. Oh wow, they were both really good.
Ooh,
Yeah, the first one was Gestalt, and the second one.
Amazing roll.
216.
Alright, at this time you guys are able to open up that portcullis as it slowly lifts and you can hear that grinding sound as it opens, revealing the room inside being this big, open, brackish water room. You can see there's a kind of a dead end off into the end, but in the middle is a large octagon. That is what you guys see at the current time.
I'm gonna check if there's anything up there with those shackles.
You see that the shackles hang from the ceiling. That is a domed ceiling with no windows, no lights. You do not see anything inside the shackles at the current time.
Okay, so like getting a closer look, there's nothing.
Nope, nothing from that distance yet.
I will climb the wall to get a closer look.
As you begin to make your way inside, you begin to climb. You notice that the shackles have just been nailed and have been bolted to the ceiling. There's blood that stains them, but besides that, not much else. The one thing you do notice is there is a glowing arcane aura that is coming from this altar inside this room. You see that there's some objects, including a heart, a skull, candles, but there's this blue and purplish aura of an arcane energy that begins to kind of set and swirl around that area.
Be careful at the altar at the center. I'm pretty sure those are the materials that the ritual required.
Which ritual? Which ritual?
The one I read in the library. It had something to do with the Strahd dude that's tormenting this area or something.
There are a lot of and somethings. Who is Strahd? Like, do you know him?
Some kind of count.
Yeah, some kind of dark entity that's been tormenting this area for hundreds of years. That's all we've learned since walking out in this building.
He's the one that turned Valor. No.
Right.
As you guys begin to kind of explore that room for Thalamir and for Gray, you guys look and see what looks to be an empty area that might have been used as a holding cell for individuals. Shackles against the wall. You can see that there are brittle bone remains of people who have actually succumbed to whatever inside of these areas. There is something that you do notice, though, is the skeletons themselves look to have been picked clean of any meat or flesh. It doesn't look like your typical decay. You can actually see these small bites and chips into the actual bone fragments for Thalamir and Gray. Just something that you notice as you're exploring around there.
Can I get a closer look at the bites to figure out if maybe this was our good snake friend or if there's some other kind of man flesh eating creature?
Yeah, give me
Kicking
a
around there?
nature or a medicine check.
We're gonna go nature because it was better.
26 nature. This looks to be a large bat or some type of bat-like creature. Looking at the bites and everything, with a 26, you can identify that as a specific thing. A large bat, the size of a large cat, perhaps a small dog.
This is a very large bat-like creature that has been feasting on these remains.
That
If we
is
should fa-
gruesome.
If we should face it, it should be no trifle. It'll be no bigger than the size of a cat or dog.
There could be many.
That is less dreadful.
There could be many, in which case we will have to deal with them as a many rather than an individual. It is something that we can do.
As you guys begin to slosh through the water and climb amongst the ceiling, you guys see that altar as the main glowing aspect. You can see that there is a heart in a bowl. You can see a few other objects that are scattered over there. And you can actually see the base of this also begins to kind of glow at this time.
Bone pile.
As you begin to go over to this pile, you see what looks to be hundreds of bones that are scattered and put into place at this time. You can see that they're just down here in the southern section of the bones. The altar has that heart and other objects at this moment.
Is there anything written? Any pages or books or anything?
Yeah. As you check it out, you see the following. Looking it over, see if you find anything in particular. You find a journal. This is what it says. A journal that is made out of wood on the exterior and a eye that is in the middle. It is the Bell Journal. Just kind of give you a quick synopsis of some of these journal entries. One is before the fortune is the name. I'm tired, so damn tired. The land's no good. The swamp devours everything I plant. The kids cry from hunger. Aledra blames me but hides it with her hollow smile. The Bell name used to mean something, but now it's a cursed whisper at the tavern. I heard a story, something about a road deep in the marsh, only in the nights when the mist moves strange. They say if you go along and bring an offering, the crossroads might speak back. I don't believe it, but I also don't believe I'll survive another winter without something changing. A second entry says, it worked. I don't know if it was a dream or madness, but the figure in the cloak spoke my name. Told me I will have to reshape my fate. I just have to give something meaningful. Aledra and the children didn't even scream. The hounds, the black ones, they dragged her into the dirt like it was always meant to be. I still smell the ash where their bodies stood. The kids, however, had to stay upstairs as the powers wanted to take their time to ensure that this was a deal I wanted. It was. I buried what was left beneath the house. I kept hearing the boys laugh, sometimes in the walls. I feel stronger, richer. The doors of the world are opening. All I had to do was close a few behind me. Third one. The Bell Casino open, marble floors, chandeliers. The gold flows like wine. Nobles come lose their crowns. Drunks lose their homes. All of them thank me. But they don't see them. Hounds. Waiting outside the windows in the reflections, growing bolder. Last night, one was sitting at the fireplace, tongue lolling, eyes like dying stars. It spoke in her voice. I offered more. Gold, blood, and souls. Everything to keep them at bay. But they just grinned. And the final one. This one specifically is charred around the edges and scorched claw marks across the page. They're here. I locked the door. I tried all the wards I remembered from the ritual, but they laughed. I saw their teeth, not like wolves, like men. They whispered that the deal was never just for wealth. It was time, borrowed, sold, and due. I hear them on the stairs. I can't run, can't bargain anymore. If someone finds me, don't make the deal. No matter what they offer, the crossroads never forget. The hounds never lose scent. Gods help me, I hear the boy again. He's singing. They're opening the door. That is what that says. You also find floating in the water a treasure note of such. It talks about in a mold-stained kind of bit of paper, I made it to the attic today. The stairs never gave under my weight. Damn rot has eaten this house like a corpse. It's quiet up here, too quiet. No birdsong, no rats, just dust thick enough to choke the smell of something ancient. There's a window cracked, letting in a sliver of light. I found a trunk by the far wall, linen, moldy, beyond saving. But beneath it, gods, a vase, perfect, untouched. A porcelain with black roses, spirovium. I should be thrilled, but I'm not. Holding it felt wrong. It had a warmth to it. Not like the sun touched it, but like something else did. Maybe I'll take it tomorrow. Or maybe I'll leave it here, where it belongs. This house doesn't want to be remembered, and neither do the dead outside. Jay, that is what you found.
I would have read it out loud, and I would have really got infuriated as I read it. And I'm going to put the book page on the altar, and I'm going to grab Labyrinth's Fang, and I'm going to smash that book with it and the altar.
And as you do that, you see a large pop of this purple smoke that begins to swirl around in front of you. As this happens, the water begins to bubble around everybody as well. For Jace and Palin, you notice that the portcullis slams closed with a loud thud as the water begins to kind of shake. As the water begins to move around, you are no longer alone. Seen out of the water, you see the following. You see out of a bubbly muck, you see skeletons begin to kind of claw themselves out of the water. As this happens, you hear a squeaking sound. As Marie, you hear this coming from small holes in the ceiling tops. As you watch and see these large bats begin to appear. They are about the size of a large cat, small dog. As you see one there, and there. But the worst is, through the swirling smoke in front of you, Gestal, through that book, you see a shadow begin to appear from the water as something begins to approach. As this happens, you see an individual begin to take sight. At this moment, you see a humanoid-like creature with a smushed face. You can see that the fingers crawl out in an abnormal way. The hair flips back. But what is odd is the eyes are red, and the face is stapled to the skin with these small bits of metallic iron. This is not its true face. As it's hunched over, its hands crawling out, it looks at you and lets out a hiss, revealing two vampiric-like teeth inside its mouth. And we're going to end today's session right there.
No.
Oh, yes. We are in a dangerous spot in some of the final areas of the Bell House. It's about to get crazy. Make sure that we got our spell slots ready, we got our attacks ready, our strategy, because this is a deadly encounter. And we'll find out what happens next week. So from all of us here on the Critical Failure Curse of Strahd campaign, from Frost, from Nate, from John, from Joy, from HP, and from Connor and Nimfoodle, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you. Find out if any of us make it and survive next week, or if we all do. We'll find out together as we continue to discover the mysteries and the haunts of the Bell property. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you so much, especially at the start of the campaign. Have a good one from all of us. See you next Wednesday. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.